Hey, I'm hoping that showing you how to write this out, the problems out, is so much easier than typing these problems, especially with exponents and all kinds of stuff like that you're having to find on the keyboard and all that good stuff. So feel free to write the problems on paper and then provide me a link to your work. And then it's so much easier. I can help you even better then, I think. So I'm going to do number 5 as I would do it if I were writing it out, okay? And hopefully this will help you follow what I was trying to say in your feedback. Um, okay, so I'm going to go with my pen, and I'm looking for the inverse of f of x equals x squared minus 7. And you did very well in rewriting this as y equals x squared minus 7, which was step 1. You don't have to write step 1, step 2. All you really need is the stuff that's on the right. The next thing you did, which was really good, is you exchanged the x's and the y's. So this is an x equals y squared minus 7. And this is where I had trouble following what you were doing next. If I want to solve this for y, I have to add 7 here, not anywhere up above. So I'm going to add 7, and I'll do a different color, not that you have to do that, but I will here. So my next step is going to be x plus 7 equals y squared. And we learned earlier in the course that when we wanted to solve for a variable that has a square on it, and I want to get that square away, I have to take the square root of both sides. And I didn't see that anywhere in your problem. So writing it out to me is a whole lot easier. Watch what happens when I do that. My next step is going to be the square root of x plus 7, instead of having to look for it on the keyboard or figure out how to do it, equals y. And because we're taking the square root, we're going to get 2 answers, a positive and a negative. And you did a super job of replacing the y with an inverse, but then you forgot the plus or minus. So it's equal to plus or minus, move myself over here a little bit, the square root of x plus 7. I love that you saw it as a sideways parabola when you put it on your Desmos, but you have to do 2 equations, right? You have to do a positive square root of x plus 7, and you have to do a negative square root of x plus 7. And in terms of domain, this is not a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. If it was just the positive, then you take what's underneath, which in this case is x plus 7, and you say greater than or equal to 0, and you'd say x is greater than or equal to, gotta move me out of the way, negative 7. But this doesn't have any kind of restrictions or anything. It's exactly plus or minus, so you end up having a graph that is over here, like that, and that doesn't pass the vertical line test. So it is not a function, but you see why writing it down could be a lot easier than typing it all out. I don't mean for it to be messy, because I know you'll do a better job than I do. But hopefully this is helpful in helping you make it less tedious and watching the steps, and it helps me to point out any error you might make. In this case, I was able to talk about some things that were missing, for example, the plus or minus. Have a wonderful day. Let me know if this is helpful. Okay? Take care.